Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We are in episode 58.
Yes,
In this week's episode, we're going to get into some cigar talk and a little bit of everything else. My name's Jared. Denzel's my co-host. And, it's 58. What we got going on, D?
All right, so I did a little bit of research, and of course, I can't find much. We're getting in those numbers where it gets a little tricky. So, fun fact. Basketball, there's never been a number 58 in all of basketball. So 58 in the NBA don't exist. So we ain't got no hoopers with 58. The shout out today. But we can't go the NFL route. We could go the baseball route, but I'm not even going to bother. We're going to go the NFL route. And we're going to do a shout out to Von Miller.
Okay.
Number 58.
Okay.
He got a ring. Yeah, my man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He did it. So we'll give it to him. 58, Von Miller.
There you go, man. The Von Miller episode today, y'all. So we're getting crazy, to the stars of the show. Yeah, we'll just jump into the stars of the show from there. I ain't mad at Von. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got your stuff narrowed down to one, or you got some options today?
Oh no, I had the one option that we had from the last episode. I held on to. Man. I've been smoking all Placencias lately. It's the only thing I've smoked since the last episode, and I've been holding on to this one for this episode that we talked about on the last one. It's the Perdomo Maduro, lot number 23. Remember I said I had this really, really dark leaf cigar?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious about it. Been holding on to it. I have been taking care of it. So we make sure that we get the right representation of it. We're going to see where it goes. I'm kind of excited about this Perdomo. And I don't get excited about Perdomo too often. But I am about this one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got the Partagas Black Label is what I got this week. And it's got a Connecticut broadleaf on it. And it's of Dominican origin. So we both got them nice dark leaves on it today, but mine's Connecticut, which concerns me slightly.
Okay. Yeah, right. It's always a concern.
Yeah.
Never
realize it when I picked it up, but we'll see.
So I have a Connecticut broadleaf, Nicaraguan origin and filler. So
yeah,
Connecticut broadleaf too. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You got anything you're pairing it with today? Straight cut. Going with a straight cut too. We got this nice torpedo in, so straight cut is usually the go-to for that. You can't do a V cut on a torpedo. It's a little iffy, but it can be done.
Yeah. Man, I am pairing with something, but I didn't even think of. I normally, if I'd have had something like this, I'd have just hid this in a container so y'all couldn't know what I was drinking. But I wasn't thinking, man. I'm fresh out of vacation, and I won't thinking, but I got a Bold Rock hard cider.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. Hey, look, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been searching for that flavor ever since you told me about it. I've been searching for that flavor. I cannot find it. I can find the apple. I can find all the other flavors, but I want that one. You know what I'm saying? And that flavor is right up my alley. And I've been looking for it, and I can't find it. So I've been hating a little bit.
Yeah, it's my last one, man. I was thinking about what I was going to get, and I was like, man, I ain't in the mood for nothing too crazy. And I looking around, came across that. I was like, man, this will do today then.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I mean,
it's a little warm now, though. It's been sitting out for a while, but yeah.
And it's that heat probably warming it up nice and good too.
Yeah.
But when you said you was in vacation mode, I mean, honestly, I like my drinks, my quality drinks. I usually go with we've been stepping up in the tequilas and whatnot and the whiskeys. But hey, look, man, especially on vacation mode, it's not too far-fetched for you to find me with a Cayman Jack or some kind of wine cooler. I go with them Bold Rocks. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I do it Mike's Hard. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like when I'm in vacation mode, I'll do it.
Well, definitely, man. I do it when I ain't in vacation mode. That's why they were sitting around the house. But Yeah, especially when you chilling, man. You want something light. You want to enjoy yourself, man. You know, I ain't trying. We older, man. I ain't trying to get messed up. I want to enjoy my vacation. I don't want to be
Yeah, you
asleep
just want
during the
like
whole thing.
a slight buzz. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
And quiet as kept. Some of them buzzes, man. It's a better buzz than some hard liquor. Be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For some
I
reason, it's
want
just
buzz. I
different,
don't
man.
want to
That
get
that
drunk.
buzz is just different. That buzz is just different. Off that Cayman Jack, it's a little different.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. For me, the buzz is the sweet spot. If I'm getting drunk anymore, man, that means I went too far. I went past my sweet spot. I wasn't even looking
So
for it.
so now where you're at in life, you're not intentionally trying to get drunk. Like there's no intentional drunkenness. If you find yourself drunk, something went wrong somewhere.
Yeah, it was an accident. I did too much. A miscalculation.
Okay, Perdomo.
I done made a miscalculation preparing for this shirt, man. I'm about to be in tank tops from now on, man. Good God, man. I'm feeling some heat right now, man.
Hey, that Georgia Heat, man. But hey, look, I mean, we just talk about vacation too. You just came from Florida, right?
Yeah. Came from Orlando and but
And
I am
Georgia
really
got you beat
rusty,
right
man.
now?
This is some I'm tripping, man. I'm on your time, man. What am I doing?
Hey, no, you ain't.
But
You ain't on my time. I'm even. I got the even Steven.
nah, man, that Florida heat different, man. It is different, man. This Georgia heat is bad too, but I'm feeling really humid right now is what I'm feeling, man. So
Yeah.
you would think I became accustomed to it, but nah, man.
Now, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Like dry heat, I can get used to that. I got used to it for a while, but humidity, I have not been able to get used to it. Been down in these areas for in the humid areas most of my life, and it's just nothing you can get used to. You know what I'm saying? You can learn to tolerate it, but you ain't getting used to it.
Yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
different.
give me that Vegas, that Phoenix, that El Paso. I'll take that dry heat all day, all day.
I still don't like that though. I know you always
Really?
been a fan of it, man. I don't
Yeah.
like that either because it burned me too bad, man. Like that
It
heat
just burns.
burns my skin. Yeah, like
No, but the dope part about it is if you get some shade, you cool. It's all good. You just need some shade. It's gonna be warm around you, but if you get that direct sunlight, that sting off you, you straight. But in that humid weather,
shade out there.
that heat
Y'all ain't
gonna
got no
find you.
trees.
You find you a palm
I
tree
got
somewhere.
shrubs and bushes. That's
You
it.
find one of
Oh
them
yeah,
small.
I do got a handful of palm trees, but y'all
Find you
got
a
like
small palm
shrubbery
tree
and
out.
bushes and stuff, man. Let me not say y'all. They. You ain't.
Yeah,
with that no
you
more.
can't say y'all. You can't say y'all no more. Yeah. I mean, I'll be getting that close to it, but I won't be exactly right there anymore. But it's still a part of me. I still own it. It's still me.
Hey man, if I can really get this Partagas going, because I'm having a tough time with the light and getting it even, but it's I needed a torch, man. These matches been burning too fast on me, man. I'm like on match number 5. You know
it's
that
too
ain't
hot.
my style. Yeah. They just getting torched right away, and I ain't having time to do finish this up.
You pretty much having a mini forest fire in your garage right now.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So check it out, man. It seems like it's off to a good start, though, man. It's oily. It's an oily stick. I ain't had oily in a while either, so I'm kind of welcoming it. But
really, welcoming oily.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's oiliness to it, but I'm kind of liking it because it's very rich. This is a very rich cigar. It's like there's a richness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And but right now, so far, all I'm picking up on is the oiliness and the nuttiness on it. But it's got a nice little feel to it right off the bat, man. Like I'm off to a good start.
Yeah,
I haven't got very far, so that's my only initial thoughts. But pleasant aroma too. The aroma's thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Grade A right now. So I'm enjoying it so
I'm
far.
experiencing a similar thing. I actually got some plume on my stick, which speaks to the oils in the cigar too. So I haven't really gotten that oily feeling like you talking about with yours, but I can foresee it being a thing. Looking at the plume that's developing on my stick already.
Right.
But man, I like it so far. It seems like there's some spice that wants to jump out, but it's just something's fighting back and keeping it from like really becoming a thing. It's like a little tug of war right now. Like a little spice wants to hit, but it's like no, dial back, come in, dial back. So it's actually pretty fun right now. I like it. I like this.
Pretty cool. Man. So we did a road trip, of course. Didn't fly, just drove in. So I had a lot of time listening to the radio. And I have a belief, right, that everybody's a hypocrite, but it just depends on how much of a hypocrite you are. You can be 10% hypocrite in your life, or you can be 90% hypocrite, or anywhere in between. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to 100% hypocrite if you want. But at some point, life will make you into a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to believe one thing in one scenario and not in another. Yeah, you live long enough, your values will change, your opinions will change, and you'll see things differently. The radio has made me a hypocrite, man. On the ride, I was listening to a lot of music, and music from our era. And when I say our era, I mean not our youth when we was kids, but our prime years, teen years, 20s.
In the early 20s, mid-20s. Okay.
Yeah, when we was out there. And they sampling it, man. This is the era they sampling. And I felt like my parents for a little bit while listening to it. I didn't like it. And I had to coach myself through it. Like, yo, it's cool. That's what they do. That's what we did. That's what they do. It's all good. Yeah. I had to think about it for a second, man, and clear my head because I turned into a hypocrite. Knowing how we sampled back in our time, and our parents would be like, man, y'all stealing all our music and messing it up.
Yeah.
And I felt that for a moment.
I feel you. I mean, I never had a problem with sampling. But what I do have a problem with, or did have a problem with, was sampling certain songs. Like we used to have a thing, you remember, I'm pretty sure you remember, certain songs we deemed as untouchable. You don't touch those songs.
Right.
And that was like for songs in the 70s, 60s, 80s, whatever, even early 90s, early 90s. It's like just songs that you just felt like you don't touch that. You leave it alone. Leave it in its greatness. So maybe you're not like completely a hypocrite. Maybe you still come with the same vein of certain songs shouldn't be touched from our era. Like leave that one alone. Like, come on now. Like all these other songs, go ahead and sample something else. But that one, leave it alone.
Yeah, I feel you defending me. I don't think that was it. Because some of the songs I was hearing, I didn't even care that I didn't even care. They weren't classic. You know what I'm saying? It just was like, here y'all go stealing these songs just for the sake of it and making some bull with it. That's how I felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? But not that the songs was like unsampleable. You know what I'm saying? They can sample them, you know, but I don't know. Maybe
you didn't want to hear it. You just weren't ready to hear it.
Didn't want to hear it, man. I just didn't want to hear it. And I'm feeling like, you know, if you're going to sample it, make it as good or better. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm just feeling like the songs just, what you're doing with them is just some bull. So I don't even want to hear you sample.
Hey, but hey, look, our older generation, our parents and whatnot, they felt the same way about the songs that we sampled. Exactly. Or that our generation sampled. Like, but to us, those songs were great.
Yeah.
We love those songs. And we like, yeah, and they're like, y'all messed up our song. Y'all messed up our Stevie Wonder and Isley Brothers. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. And we're like, yo, this song is great. What are you talking about? Kids probably feel the same way.
I guarantee they do. And that's why I had to coach myself through it and be like, hey, back off. Don't be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Just step away and let them have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they probably feel like their version is better. And that's cool. See, this is the beautiful thing about sampling, right? You combine two generations of music. So like
Yeah, you
if a
do.
song, if we took the Isley Brothers song, if somebody took the Isleys back in the day, Biggie, he took the Isley song, right? For not Big Papa, One More Chance, right?
A Big Papa.
Big Papa? It was Big Papa? I had it backwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he took that for Big Papa. And it's like, that's the greatness of that Isley song is still there. But now you're putting Biggie's greatness on top of it, and then it's just combining. It's almost like a remix or, a collaboration of two great artists and
Yeah.
two great songs.
I even heard the Isley Brothers talk about how they use Biggie's version in their show. Like they'll sing Biggie's version, like so they'll combine the two like eras of their music. Yeah, and they blend it with Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
which is cool.
Allows for. Yeah,
and it bridges those generations, but it takes that greatness in order to do that. And Biggie created a great song back then, so now his song is an old school song, 30 years old. So that's an old school song with an even older song, but then two great songs. So it takes that in order for things to be as you're speaking as they should be.
Right.
But now we don't always get that.
Yes. Sometimes it just becomes a ratchet mess. You know what I'm saying?
Like, can you see one of them artists from the 90s or early 2000s using some of these songs that they sample in their shows to, you know what I'm saying, to move their generation along? It's not many.
Yeah.
It's not many.
Probably not. Because you had to make a classic in order for the original artist, to actually pay homage to what you did to their song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't have a classic, they're not going to look at it from that. Like, I saw where, what's the sister name? Through the fire, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan was
talking about, she hated what Kanye did.
She hated it.
She said he effed up my MFing song. That's what she said. Like, she was hot. Like, she didn't like it at all. Like,
but he made a classic though.
But he made a classic. She could if she chose to. You know what I'm saying? She probably ain't because she still hated. But in retrospect, it was probably a good decision to let him sample it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because she ate. I'm pretty sure she ate off of that. So she can't be but so mad. Yeah, he messed up the song, but created one of the greatest songs of the last 20 years. An iconic song in the last 20 years.
Yeah. So I guarantee she eating just as much off his version to this day as she is off the original version to this day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I bet on whatever station her song gets played on, there's a equivalent that's getting as many spins of Kanye's song on it. You know,
if not more.
Like,
if not more.
If not,
because I'm pretty sure at this time her era is fading out. Yeah. Kanye is still, that era is still prominent.
90s, early 2000s is getting more spins now than 70s, 80s is.
It is. You know, it can be an argument which one's the greater song.
Yeah.
But if you just look in the vacuum of time and say, okay, right now, over the last 10, 15 years, which song is more dominant? It's Jay's version.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, we can't argue who got the greater song, but I tend to lean towards Shaka, personally. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I mean, but then sometimes you got to go with that point. I mean, like, for us, we knew the Shaka Khan version first. But now you take somebody who the first time them hearing that song and first time hearing Kanye in that era, imagine what that means to them.
Yeah. That song probably mean a lot to somebody, a whole lot, but so to Shaka. That song mean a lot to somebody older than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they remember what they were doing at the time that was out, what relationship they was in, and what they was going through in that relationship.
Hey, what Ye slow jams do for you?
Do a whole lot. Do a whole lot.
Come on, that's nostalgia right there.
You know, this is a potato argument though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it just depends on where you lean. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no wrong answers, I guess.
Yeah, it's a conversation. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
But hey, check this out. In similar vein, I'm gonna steer the conversation just a little bit to the left. This might be an unpopular opinion, maybe popular between me and you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you think. So recently, I hear that Jay-Z got an exhibit in Brooklyn, a big wall built, his lyrics on it, all that great stuff, right?
Yeah.
We understand Jay-Z, one of the best to ever do it, no doubt. You know, big imprint, big impact, did numbers, but an exhibit of all the artists, a wall with lyrics. People say he's the best lyricist
out here. I had a whole museum out here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? At one point, so.
And I get that.
And this ain't even his hood. I mean,
I'm trying to figure out this. I'm trying to figure out this exhibit situation, and the huge mural with his lyrics. Maybe I need to go back and look at Jay-Z's catalog and sift through his songs and trying to figure out what's like his most meaningful songs that he has. But I don't really remember or know of too many huge songs that had that much of an impact in society to be an exhibit. Now, you mentioned Tupac. Tupac was a poet. Tupac had a movie. Tupac died in a dramatic fashion. You know, a lot to be desired. He's gone out. He's said a lot. He spoke a lot. He's done a lot of things to impact culture beyond just what music was. Okay? And not saying Jay-Z hasn't gone beyond music, but H to the Izzo, I don't want to see it on the mirror wall. Like, change clothes. Excuse Me, Miss was a dope. I love that song. Yeah. But Jay-Z as a lyricist is not something I'm looking for to see. Like, hey, look at those lyrics that he like. I don't think he's ever said anything impactful to me. And maybe this might get us in trouble. And Jay-Z stands might cover us. And I listened to Jay-Z a lot back in the day.
Now, Reasonable Doubt, that might be a whole wall full of Reasonable Doubt. Maybe that.
That. Reasonable Doubt. But post Reasonable Doubt,
it got a little shaky.
Maybe 444. Maybe.
It's about his relationship a lot and a few little jewels here and there along the way on life.
But and just me being the hip hop head that I've been all my life. Mos Def, Common, Nas, Talib Kweli, the list goes on. We can go Pharoah Monch, I don't care. More deserving of a wall with their lyrics on it and an exhibit to explain that artisticness more so than a Jay-Z. I'm just saying.
I agree with that, but see, this is why I understand him getting that in Brooklyn, is because that's his neighborhood.
Yeah, you're Brooklyn.
Look how far he went as a Brooklyn native and a representative for the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we get it.
Like this is my thing. Like, I had what we did a few episodes back. I basically went on a Jay-Z's overrated tantrum. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was something I never even concluded until that time that I said it off the top of my head. But even with that being said, and I still feel that way. You know, he's overrated, but he does have and this sounds like a conflict right here, but he does have a nice argument for being the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to hip hop, I've always given that to Tupac, but at a point, I got to be realistic. There's a lot of people with a long run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Drake got an argument for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody ever had a run like Drake. And you know, I never saw the interest in Drake. Yeah, I'm like, you know, why y'all like him so much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, he get off, but I never thought he had no great albums like that. You know what I'm saying? I think he have great moments on albums, but I don't think he have great albums. Like,
yeah.
But he's got an argument. He's the greatest.
But his run. So in Toronto,
Untouched.
but check this out though. Even
Drake's
then,
run is better than Jay-Z's run.
Even
you know
then,
what I'm saying? Like, but
if Drake got a war with his lyrics and whatnot in Toronto,
yeah,
I say Drake said more impactful things than not Nas. Where do I get Nas from? Than Jay-Z has said. Like I feel like Drake got more quotable situations in songs than Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. Because Drake speaks from the heart more often than Jay-Z does.
That's where I'm getting. That's where I'm getting at.
Jay has gotten his later years when he does a feature, he'll come from the heart on a feature and give you a moment here and there.
Even before then.
But he didn't do it before then. All this is post-retirement grown man with dreads, Jay-Z, that gives you a little.
Oh, you talking about Jay-Z? Yeah.
No. Okay. Drake's always been from the heart, from day one. You know what I'm saying? He
from day one. Yeah, that's what I'm real to him. Okay.
Yeah. But Jay-Z has only like retired, nappy-headed, dreadlock Jay is the only Jay that speaks from the heart, like now, and it's only in his random feature that you may get out of him here and there. But prior to that, close cut Jay-Z, like you got a lot
close cut Jay-Z.
you got a lot of fluff, and yeah, Jay-Z with the Caesar, like you got a lot of fluff, and then you got like some moments here and there in the mix. That's
what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. You know, with all the material that's been put out in hip hop, and you look at per capita songs versus your moments that you had when you spoke from the heart, the percentage is low. Mm-hmm. From my eyes, the percentage is low versus other artists with similar catalog, similar time, less time per capita. If you want to just go by per capita, you know, who have said more. But I get it. He's from Brooklyn. Brooklyn got a shout out their guy. And he's probably the biggest to do it from Brooklyn. So you got to give it to him. But from an artistic mindset, I'm just speaking from a hip hop head and as an artist and an artistic mind, I don't want to see it.
Well, look, on an artistic level, because this is how we can judge Jay's career now, because it's on the far side of it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more albums coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More than likely.
Well, maybe
so it's time we can critique it now. And I say we can use his own line against him. He said, "You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song."
Hot song.
He spent his career making hot songs and not enough hot lines that meant something to you. You know what I'm saying? Because those hot lines is those quotables that eventually add up and make us respect your catalog or respect your pen. And Jay was more concerned with hot songs than hot lines. You know what I'm saying? And
now Queen gave Nas
these lyrics, it's like, yeah, people gonna argue that. No, Jay was a lyricist, obviously, but he was concerned with hot songs more so than singing something.
He said he wanted to rhyme like Common Sense, then he did numbers or whatever, then he ain't rhyme like Common Sense.
That's his truth. He's told a story in his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Who he is. Like, we can't rewrite it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, and maybe I'm being petty, and I probably am.
No, Nas deserves his and Queens too, though. Now, don't get
but that's
wrong,
what I'm saying. Like, if I saw headlines
going somewhere business wise, also where he's now not just a good rapper. His reach is going out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, if I saw in the same headlines Nas exhibiting in Queens, I wouldn't have nothing to say. And I'm not a Jay-Z hater. I like Jay-Z. Got a lot of Jay-Z in my playlist and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We used to rock to him back in the day all the time. Roll to the club on the fluid. Listen to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's Jay going to the club, not Nas going to the club.
Right. might play some Uchi Wally, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you talk about exhibit-worthy bodies of art, I just don't think Jay-Z, like he himself, maybe what he's done with his career, what he's done with his life, maybe that deserves that's worthy of an exhibit, and that's why they gave it to him. But I'm just looking at the artist standpoint of what you did not pen to pad, because of course he didn't put pen to pad. But when it came to saying, when you had a platform to say all the things that you needed to say for X amount of years, several decades, what did you do with it?
Yeah.
I
agree with you, man. I mean, and all the Jay-Z, everybody that was birthed from Jay-Z falls in that same category. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne's gonna fall in that category.
How would you feel like if they gave Wayne an exhibit in New Orleans? Is he worthy of an exhibit?
He deserves it. He deserves it in New Orleans because our what we look for in our lyricists in the South is a little different from what you expect from up north rap.
I don't know.
The conversation is different. Like of how, like the stuff that people talk about, it's just different, man. Like
give me a big crit. Give me a big crit.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying, but don't give
even T.I. in his content.
Yeah, T.I. more so than Wayne. T.I.'s content more so than Wayne could probably end up on the side of a wall with his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man.
I just don't see Lollipop on the side of a wall. I don't see it.
Lollipop ain't gonna be there, but Wayne got some stuff.
He got moments. He got moments. I know Wayne got moments. Just like Jay-Z had moments.
I don't think Jay his moments where he was go like Wayne moments when Wayne was going though. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if you put their best verses up against each other if Jay can get them. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't know. I don't know for certain. You know what I'm saying? You looking at me like you ain't never been a Wayne guy like that though. You ain't never gave Wayne his flowers, man.
I know. I just got done dumping on Jay-Z just now, but I'm not gonna sit here and just let you say that.
Hey, bro, I don't know that Jay's best verse is better than Wayne's best verse, man. I can't say that with confidence, bro. I don't know. People always be like, oh, Bron killing Kobe or Bron the best and just ignore Kobe. I don't know that he's that much better. I don't know that he's better than Kobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. I can't tell you that. I can't argue that
I had an argument.
But I don't know.
I had an argument about Kobe and LeBron, and it was actually with my brother, my oldest brother. And I sent him a clip. I just said, watch these matchups, these one-on-one matchups with Kobe and LeBron. Who got who? And this is young LeBron, not baby LeBron, but Bron around the time that he was going to the, but not old man Bron. By the time Bron was going to the finals, his first run with Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then times when he was in Miami.
And Bron going into his prime, Bron is what you're saying.
And Kobe got the better of LeBron 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like easy to skip over Kobe and go straight to LeBron. But I'm like, look what happened when LeBron and Kobe went up head to head. Them Lakers and Clippers games or Lakers and Miami games. LeBron didn't want to see Kobe in the finals. I wish that would have happened. That'll kill a lot of arguments right about now if that ever happened. Yeah. If that ever happened, people would not be skipping it. If they went up against the finals and Kobe did what Kobe was doing against LeBron in those games during those years where Kobe was making it to the finals, LeBron was itching his way in there trying to get it done too.
Yeah.
That would kill that comment. Hey,
it would change it, man. It would change it. We blow past LeBron too easily. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just give it to LeBron. Like, and I just don't know. I've given it to LeBron.
I was more of a LeBron guy than a Kobe guy. This is coming from me, more of a LeBron guy than a Kobe guy. I was never a big Kobe guy.
I probably am too. If I'm being honest, I probably am too. You know what I'm saying? But Kobe got a lot of hate during our time. We didn't start loving Kobe until the back end of his career. A lot of us from our generation. You know,
that was the same for me with Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Same for
I didn't love Michael Jordan. I didn't love Michael Jordan early on, but I recognized what I was seeing. Yeah, same with Kobe. I recognized what I was seeing. Young Kobe with the fro. All right, respect, but I'm liking Allen Iverson over Kobe. You know, they go to the finals against my Pistons. Of course, I'm rooting for my Pistons over Kobe.
Right.
You know, I didn't start looking at Kobe until, you know what I'm saying, at 09, 10 or whatever. You know, when he's trying to get that chip without Shaq. I'm like, nah, I respect that guy. For one, you put in work before. So it's not just about me, you know, rivalry or whatever, or preference of another young star over you as a young star. Now I got to look at your body at work and give you the nod and be like,
I think that's why. I think that's why Kobe gets left out in that conversation, because he didn't have the fan base that LeBron had,
outside LA,
or that Iverson had, you know what I'm saying, or that a Jordan had. So we just gloss over him. See, if Iverson had the career that Kobe had, he would go straight into the conversation. We don't know, everybody just know they can't put Iverson in the conversation, so they don't even they waste their breath with it. But he was the favorite during that span of career.
Had he had a Shaq and he was paired up with Shaq and he got 3 chips,
we would be arguing AI to the end of the days. You know what I'm saying? If he'd had his career, we'd be arguing to the end of the earth. You
take Kobe, 2. Put him in Philly. You put AI in LA. Maybe things don't go the way we think it might have because of work ethic. And AI said to himself straight up, their work ethic was just different. Kobe's work ethic was just that, and AI didn't work the way that Kobe did. So it might not have panned the same, but if you do just swap accolades, AI is in that number 2 conversation easily.
We'd be talking about him as number 2. He wouldn't get glossed over. It's a popularity contest a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why Bron just gets slid into that slot too. But I don't know. And taking it back to the original conversation, I don't know that Jay got a best verse is better than Wayne's best verse. Maybe. I just don't know, because I know Wayne is a bad boy when he's on top of his stuff. But a lot of that's mixtape stuff. You don't get that on his album where he just like going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've listened to a lot of
and maybe with Wayne that might be where he missed the mark too. And then we talked about for a minute taking advantage of that moment when you had the grasp of everybody. You should have saved some of that stuff for albums. I'm saying, not saying he didn't do work on albums, but you going this hard on mixtapes. Not everybody's getting the mixtapes. I mean, in order to get the mixtapes or to be tuned into what the mixtapes were, you had to already been in tune with that individual to be hunting down their mixtapes and checking for them. But for the average listener like me, I'm only going to hear Wayne when it's go time, when the songs come on the radio, when it's club time, or when the album gets released. I'm going to check out the album. I'm not sifting through mixtapes. Not for Wayne anyway.
That's where he made his name, though. That's where he made his name in that market.
It is. And I give him respect for that, and I give him the nod for that too. But it's just the fact that that's where you missed the mark with me. Yeah. And when you say somebody who did what Jay-Z did, I heard what he did on albums. I mean, granted, I heard what he did on mixtapes too because I was tuned into it. He caught my ear first, Reasonable Doubt. Of course, now you got my ear, so of course I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna hunt down what it is you do. Wayne never gave that to me to like really pull me in and say, go deeper into the catalog. Yeah.
And I think Wayne made better verses and songs. I think he was one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z's one of those guys. I think Jay-Z's like his I don't think he was a good hook guy. He'd go get a girl on the hook or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And just make the song sound cool through other little ways, but not necessarily.
And that's what, look, I was listening to some Jay-Z stuff after I looked at the that exhibit, and like listen to a lot of his songs, and that's where what just happened? Give me a second.
Hey man, you destroying production, man. We in production. What is going on, man? What's all this ratchetness you listen to in your private, in the privacy of your drive?
I touched my earbud and my Spotify went on.
I know, man. I didn't even know you listen to stuff like that, man. Was that Offset?
It wasn't. I'm sitting here having this hip hop conversation, and Offset comes.
And then Offset come on record. I say, man.
He said Pharaoh Monch.
Hypocrites at a point. Yeah, you've been talking about Pharaoh Monch and Mos Def and all these people, the Jizza, and then all of a sudden you touch your ear and Offset come on like
I lost all credibility. I just lost all credibility.
All right, man, we're moving on from this conversation, man. What you got to say about your cigars for the halfway mark? This conversation just got killed. You just wasted 30 minutes of our time.
Oh, man, I'm in tears. Give me a second.
Man.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'll go first,
Hey.
man. Hey, look, man.
Right,
So
go ahead.
far,
Go ahead,
man,
get myself
man, this stick is, it's real. It's got a nice draw to it, man. It feels good, man. It's got a great aroma, like I was saying, man. The oiliness is noticeable, but it ain't crazy. You know, like I say, it's real rich throughout it, man. Nice smoke coming off of it. Some nuttiness. Real smooth stick, man. You know, that's what I got for now, man. But I am enjoying this cigar, man. Going on with the conversation. Nice. It's making the heat more bearable.
It's making it bearable. That's good. Like, as long as you got that cigar, that heat, you cool. It's all good. It's gonna be all good. We got those summertime cigar moments.
And I'm loving the retro hell in this. I'm having a lot of fun retro hell in this stick because I like what I'm picking up on the retro.
Nice.
That and it's given a good name for Connecticut rappers because Connecticut rappers, I'd be nervous about them, but this broadleaf is stuff.
It's got to be. The thing is, I think it has to be the broadleaf Maduro rapper. Now that light boy, that is not it for me. Not it. So when it comes to Connecticut, you have to really look at what you're looking at when it comes to the type of leaf for that rapper. Right. Because I'm liking this one, and this might be my favorite Perdomo to this point. Never a big Perdomo guy. But it seems like darker the berry, sweeter the juice when it comes to Perdomo. And so I definitely, I'll save all that for the final review or for the closeout. But I'm getting some good notes of like some nuttiness. That oiliness is coming through, but it's pleasant. That fight with the pepper went away. You like it was one of those moments of, you know, sometimes when you want that pepper and that pepper's like welcomed. It was a welcome pepper.
Yeah. Right.
I liked the little fight, and then I liked the dial back, and then it got real smooth throughout to this point. So right here in the second third, well into the second third, and I'm liking it. I'm liking the aroma too.
Dope. Hey man, I gotta we're gonna jump into the next half little conversation piece here, man. I got a message while on vacation in the text group that I'm in, and somebody sent an article from a lady basically making a complaint about how masculinity is messed up and it's destroyed and it needs to be improved, and she was giving her list of how to fix masculinity and make it better. Now, with that being said, after I figured out what was going on within the article, I didn't bother to read it. And this is my stance on it.
Yeah, you had me for a moment.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with her that masculinity is in trouble. But at the same time, I don't care. Sorry, sisters of the leaf. I don't want to hear how to fix it from no woman. And that's straight up the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
no
like you had me
about being a man.
You had me like, okay, yeah, she recognized there's an issue. Cool, got it, boom. And I'm like, yeah, she's right. But then when you got to the part of, I'm gonna tell you how we can like,
yeah.
Antennas went up like, nah. Whoa. No.
Fall back, lady.
I don't think
your place.
And talking about popular, unpopular opinions, I don't know how people feel, but to me, like you said, it's not the place. Like, it's not. I can't tell how to fix, you know what I'm saying, femininity, or whatever. So just much as a woman wouldn't hear how you know what I'm saying, the female lifestyle should go, or thought process or emotion should
Yeah.
be contained or whatever, or expressed. Much less, I don't want to hear from that side either. Now,
Right.
get a bunch of brothers together, a bunch of guys, a bunch of men who have done things, seen things, experienced things, and we want to talk about it. All right, my ears are open. But other than that, I can't. It's like,
That's it. It's
no.
not your place to say how to fix it, what needs to be done. Look, this is, and it, just like the example you gave, it's not my place to tell a woman what it is to be a woman or how to be a woman. All I can tell you is what I like in a woman, what I like about femininity. That's all I can give you. As a man, I like this about females and femininity and stuff, but I can't tell you what you need to do to be one or how to fix it. You can listen to what I like and incorporate it.
I was going to say that. As far as like, not saying I don't want to hear an opinion of what the woman of today is looking for in masculinity. I'm willing to open my ear and listen to what it is that you look for.
Right.
It may fall in line with what I believe, and it may not fall in line with what I believe.
Yeah.
But you can't just jump straight to how to fix it, especially if I don't know your mindset or where you're coming from and your angle and what you thought. Because for one, we've had a lot of attacks on masculinity as it is. So I can't trust anybody outside of masculinity's input on what masculinity means to society today. I can't do it.
Right. And I truth be told, man, you know, this gonna sound however it sounds, you know, but it is what it is, man. A lot of what's wrong with masculinity today is women's fault anyway. You know what I'm saying? Well, I take that back. Let me correct that. It's men's fault for listening to too much input on women's thoughts on what a man should be. You know what I'm saying? It's a line to all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I take it in, I listen to it, I incorporate what I can, but you don't change everything about what you are, which is what we've done as men. We rewrote our whole thing, and it goes against who we are naturally.
I don't know if you want to answer this or go into it. But do you think it's the part of men catering to women's needs too much to be that kind of skewed the way we approach masculinity? Yeah, like too much consideration.
Too much consideration. Yeah, that's it. That's why I say
not saying don't consider.
You said it better than I said it. I said it like a jerk. But yeah, what you said is it. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. It's too much catering to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got to find a balance to everything. You know, the table that my laptop is on is gonna fall if there ain't no balance. You got to find a balance to everything, or it will fall. And that's what
I think what's happened is, and speaking of that woman who's coming back saying, you know, there's an issue here, and I think a lot of women are having that revelation now that the masculinity that they knew and loved is kind of being lost. Why? Like you said, of men catering to what women like, what women need, or what women are thinking that they want, and not understanding that men, you're thinking what you want, so women are thinking what they want or what they need. Then men are catering to that, which is further diluting it, and now coming back to saying, you know what? I miss what happened
to the real men.
But not realizing that things are being shifted and catered to what they was saying that they needed, and we're trying to shift and change into what it is that they want, right?
Right.
Or what they think they want, or think they need.
Think they want.
So now we lose it. Like now we lose ourselves. Now they saying, "Whoa, hold on, wait." I'm not being nourished the way like a child think they want ice cream for dinner all the time. All right, well, we're going to change and get that child ice cream for dinner. And then they grow up and they want to do sports or this or that, and they can't function. Like, whoa, hold up, this is what I need. Yeah. Well, you've been getting what you wanted, but you ain't been getting no vegetables. Yeah,
you know what it is? It's a difference between what you us as humans. This is where we differ from animals, right? Humans have the ability to reason and think stuff through and have an opinion, where animals just function straight off of nature and what they feel within them.
Instinct.
instincts. We have lost total track of instinctively what we are, and now it's too much focus on who we are. You know what I'm saying? And when you're trying to focus on, when you're trying to ignore your instincts and become this thing that somebody else wants you to do, you really lose your attractiveness, because what you are is what makes you attractive to a person.
Yeah.
Not who you force yourself into being. You know, like when I'm being sincere and genuine, there's gonna be a lot of people that don't like that, but there's gonna be somebody that's attracted to it. And I am a better version of myself when I am being true to who I am versus being this phony thing that everybody can sense is phony and it don't feel genuine. And then women are out here like, where's the good men?
We've talked about
you got rid of them.
And we talked about male selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, or a lot of times, those outside of manhood don't understand the need for male selfishness. That sometimes that male selfishness can lead to better. Because we have to get into a frame of mind to say, hey, this is what we need to do. And we're going to do it by any means, all means. I get this is what you have. You have your feelings, thoughts, and ideas. And I should consider it. Not say I'm just going to do whatever it is I want to do, but there has to come a point to where we have to step up and say, no, this is what I want to do. And you're going to benefit from it down the line because of the way life is structured. It just is what it is, you know. And then sometimes that male selfishness to say, okay, no, this is what is going to happen. This is what I need to do because this is what my male instinct is telling me to do. And now we're better off for it, right. or maybe we're not. But you have to trust the process. That sometimes I might not meet the mark. I might fail in the process, but then I got to go back and regroup, reroute, and figure it out again. But I have to do it in order to fine tune who I am as a man. And eventually, if you stick by it enough, we'll excel.
And this goes back to the word balance, like you just said. My masculine instincts versus your feminine instincts, and this works regardless if you in a gay relationship or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because most relationships always got a feminine person, you know, more person that's more feminine and one more masculine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's always that.
Presumably.
That's the relationship. Presumably. From what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ranting. You know what I'm saying? Let me rant, brother. Like, anyway, that's the balance in all the relationships. So I do my masculine thing and you do your feminine thing, and we trust our instincts, and that's going to get us there. But if we both have the same instinct, we're missing on a whole nother half of the world and point of view that needs to be done.
We're just drifting and veering in one direction.
We missing a whole nother thing that needs to be done. So we need both of us and our points of view. Yeah. And at some point, I can't just keep listening to yours. I got to speak up on mine to drift us back to the center. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes we got to go here and then come back here. Go out here and then come back here. You got to be you. I got to be me. And then we bring it back together. I got to be me. You got to be you. And then we bring it back together. That's how we balance it.
Yeah, we cover. I
go be great on my masculine side. You go be great on your feminine side, and then we bring it together.
Yeah. And the totality of the relationship and what we bring is covered. It's all great. You know what I'm saying? But we're leaning too much to one side. Like, and I think it goes to what you asked about. I think it's just too much catering. And we're treating what we bring to the table like it's not important. It's equally as important, if not more.
Equally as important, like, and as impactful, like you said, or if not more.
Depending on each relationship, when I say it more, let me clarify that.
Well, I'm just saying no.
Relationship, like
not just in depending on the word relationship. I'm not even gonna let you say that. I'm gonna say that it just depends on how. It depends on the individuals. What I want to say here. Because I think if we walk in the way that we're supposed to walk and we do the things that we're supposed to do and live up to the true meaning of who we are, then things fall in order. Like it'll fall in line. Like there definitely are men who don't do what they're supposed to do, right? So that's a lot of the part of where women had to come and step in and do some things that, that was out of their order or out of their nature.
Yeah.
And things kind of got mixed up. As long as people are walking and stepping, doing what they're supposed to. As a man, I'm doing what a man is supposed to do. Right. And sometimes we hate these gender roles and gender ideas due to equality and equal opportunity and all this stuff. Trust me, I know about all those things where people try to get these gender ideas shifted. But as long as a man is doing what a man's supposed to do and a woman's doing what a woman's supposed to do, and they're doing it in the right vein, it's going to come together. It's going to come together.
Right. And you said something that made me think about something else also. A lot of time, man, like you said, there's a lot of dudes that don't do what they're supposed to do. Those men get too much attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop acting like that's everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you dealt with some suckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting around acting like all women suck just because I dealt with some women that suck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be some... You're going to have those. That's humanity. Like, the majority of people...
And we've mentioned this before, I think in an older podcast, like way back. Regarding fathers, regarding manhood, I know way more men in my personal life that do right and do great by their families, by their spouses, by their women, by their children, than who don't. Me personally, in my circle, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because we know it exists. We know what's out there. Right. But in my circle, in my community, with the people I'm around, my family, my friends, I have way too many more examples of men who do what they're supposed to do and exceed at it than who don't.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. But we always feed into the ones that ain't doing it. But that's just like, that's human.
I said exceed, I mean excel.
Human. I knew what you meant. Yeah, but yeah. It's human nature to be like, oh man, I went to this restaurant. I go to this restaurant all the time and it's great. I love it. I keep coming back, but the moment they treat me bad, I write a bad review, but I've never written a good review.
Never a good one.
Ever.
Right.
But I go to this place all the time though. So that's human nature to complain about the negative and not see the positive. So they, of course, the ones who ain't doing what they supposed to do get all the attention, and all the good men just act like they don't exist. It's backwards, man. Like, and we got to stop doing it. And these men today do it with women too. Act like they all just bad. There's some good women out here. You just ain't paying no attention to them. You looking at for the ones twerking in videos and stuff like that.
You're looking for them baddies. Looking for the baddies.
Yeah. and then get mad at them because they out there. You knew they was out there when you started trying to look for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know both ways.
You knew where you found them at. You know where you found them at.
Yeah. She for the streets, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? and the girl, same thing for her. Like, you pick somebody you picked the thug. Not saying he won't there in life yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew what you was getting into. Like, go get the little nerd in the library that was studying. You won't talk to him, though.
But that ain't what they want. That ain't what they want.
Ain't what they want. So it worked both ways.
Until he driving that $100,000 Tesla.
Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden he handsome. Yeah. Should have saw the potential in him. Just like the dudes got to see the potential in these women. Stop complaining about them. Go get you a good girl. Yeah. They out there. She dressed up. She got a turtleneck on, man. You can't see her bosom. She got some. Go get her. Go get her number, brother. Like,
there's a lot of that turtleneck.
Yeah, man. It's a lot under that turtleneck if you give her a shot, brother. Stop being stupid. Like,
that's wild. Hey, man, let's talk about these cigars. These
final reviews? Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Look, I'm going to go ahead and go first real quick.
All right.
Perdomo, man, you got me with this one. I think all the other Perdomos I smoked were lighter wrapper cigars. And that's what kind of attracted me to this one, is the fact that the cigar was so dark and had that nice, deep Maduro wrapper. And it definitely gave the cigar a notch above the rest. I don't know what the ratings are in this one compared to the other ones. I haven't looked. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and look when I do the final review, the official review for this. I'm in the final third, so we're almost there. That final review is gonna come really quick. Yeah, this thing it burned nice. And the price point for this cigar, I didn't want to speak about the price point for this cigar till I got to the end. This cigar was under $8. It was 7 and some change.
Okay.
7 and some change. And we've smoked the Davidoffs, we smoked the Cohibas, we smoked the Placencias.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about this cigar at all. This cigar has definitely it did right. It did right by me. Give it a final rating. I'm gonna say a solid 4.0. I'm not gonna give it higher than 4.0 right now. I'm gonna say a solid 4.0. Now, hopefully, the way it finishes, it might be able to maintain. I don't think it's gonna go above a 4.0 though. We'll see. Now it just has to knock my socks off to go above a 4.0 in the final third. But it can lose some points if it doesn't finish the way that I've finished some other cigars that I've smoked recently that just finished like a dream.
And you've been on a lot of Placencias. Nobody was gonna ever get a 4 this. Nobody was ever gonna get over 4 this week, regardless. Coming off a week full of Placencias,
man. Them things finish like a dream, like a dream. It just dissipates perfectly. So we had a 4.0. If it finishes just the way it started to this point, it'll stay at a 4.0. We'll see. You'll get my final review, final review shortly.
Okay. For me, this Partagas Black Label, I have price point of $13.45. I actually have it sitting over here. I didn't mention that earlier. So I have definitely enjoyed this cigar. It's been a very smooth cigar. I'm in the second third personally, and I've been picking up on a lot of earthy tones in it right now, a lot of earthy notes and whatnot. And that's why I've been retrohaling a lot, just enjoying the earthiness and the nuttiness. And I've been picking up on this stick, like I say, very rich, very good smoke. It's been really smooth, nice draw. And those are pretty much the things that I've experienced with it. I've mentioned the oiliness several times throughout my review earlier. And I enjoyed that about it also. I would say for me, this cigar, I'm going to go with a 4.2, man. It's been good. It's been good. I've enjoyed it since lightning. You know what I'm saying? It's been good right off the top all the way throughout so far. So we'll end up doing another review on it, and we'll get that out also. But so far, so great. Enjoyed it. 4.2 for the Partagas Black Label.
Hey, darker the berry, sweeter the juice, man. I think dark rappers get it done.
Yeah, they do. All right, y'all. Well, that was the Vaughn episode. All right. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 58 of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. Keep them sticks way up. We out. Sir.